From $15 million trees to Swarovski Crystal encrusted wrapping paper to make you fall on your knees, you'll feel the breeze from the blown money on these over-the-top decorations that put the Griswolds to shame. $15 million is a reasonable amount to spend on a Christmas tree. For a maniac, the country known for the running of the bulls houses the tree that's the exact opposite of Charlie Brown's humble pine. This towering monument to the Messiah was erected by people with more money than God. The Kempinski Hotel Bahia's tree belongs on the cover of Forbes magazine. Its pièce de résistance, an $11 million 24-karat gold emu egg covered in diamond dust. British celeb designer Debbie Wingham, designer of the $15 million high heel and the $75 million cake, partnered with the Southern Spain Hotel to make the Rockefeller Center's $74,000 tree look like poor man's pudding. The tree hosts a real who's who in the designer jewelry world, hosting pieces from Bvlgari, Cartier, Van Cleef & Arpels, and Chanel. If anyone in your family is in the WWE, don't let them anywhere near this tree. The Guinness Book of World Records holder for the world's most expensive tree is still Abu Dhabi's $11 million 43.2-foot tree. Oddly placed in Muslim country, this Christian beacon is more decked out than a Hollywood starlet with its branches rocking 181 pieces of jewelry. This tree knows what time it is with Rolex watches, Cartier bracelets, and Ogilvy necklaces, showing the world what real wealth looks like. Hey, doesn't it kinda remind you of that steel pink tree from Charlie Brown's Christmas? 136 G's for a Bauble is a reasonable price for an unreasonable Santa lover. Mark Hussey's ornament, which looks like it belongs on top of the Daily Planet, has enough diamonds to satisfy those for whom infinity isn't enough. It took the team at Hallmark Jewelers a year to put 1,578 diamonds on the 18-karat white gold sphere and to circle them with 188 rubies. In the center band is where the real money is, with 3 1-karat diamonds adorning what would be the Grinch's holy grail. This would go pretty well with the $1 million grill Katy Perry sported in her Dark Horse music video. Remember that? Swing by Hong Kong's airport to see the 50-foot-high, $1.8 million Swarovski Crystal Xmas tree. Forget the Rockefeller Center's 900-pound Swarovski star, which only has a measly 3 million crystals. 20 million gold and silver crystals made their way from Arnold Schwarzenegger's home country to line this epitome of glitter. Rhinestone cowboys and home shopping fanatics alike will marvel at its 200 Swarovski ornaments as they wait in line for $8 Dasani's. Over 5 million people are expected to pass through that airport this holiday season, making this marketing experiment well worth it. Its exposure gets multiplied with the selfie station parked conveniently right under the tree. In Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Marilyn Monroe sang diamonds are a girl's best friend while wearing Swarovski crystals. She would have loved this tree. Just thought you should know that. Europe's most expensive tree is this $2.6 million golden structure. Looking like something that the ancient Egyptians worshipped, this isosceles prism was born of a partnership between Pro Aurum and the Austrian Mint and is made out of 2018 gold coins. They all reside in slots engraved in the acrylic tree underneath. The gold coin star on top makes the tree looks like it was designed by Super Mario. Stop by and see it in Munich's Goldhaus. It's almost as tall as a regulation basketball net at 9 feet 9 inches, and its value goes up and down with the price of gold on the stock market. At the time of writing, gold is worth $1,780.31 per ounce, so we at The Richest estimate that if each gold coin weighs approximately 1 ounce, this tree is currently valued at $3,592,665.58. All right. It's probably as blue chip an investment as you can get besides land, and while you hold on to it as you hope it gains value, you can use it. Nobody forgets the Christmas they spent hurled around something that looks like it came out of Blade Runner. Remember, white trees are for rich people. Gold trees are for rich as people. In front of the Capitol in D.C. sits a $1 million conifer. American trees on this list are relatively modest compared to their Eastern counterparts, but are still in the race. The president and his homies have had the pleasure of looking at a specially commissioned conifer as a reward for serving their country every holiday season since 1964. This tree comes out of its own commissioned tree nursery. Unlike many of the other elitist expensive trees, this Christmas symbol is federally owned. It's pretty pretty baller to nominate a special tree to get its roots taken out and have them replanted at just the right time of year. The administration and travel arrangements ain't easy or cheap, and John Q. Taxpayer foots the bill for all of that, plus the thousands of lights Joe Biden gets to look at every night from the West Wing. I think it's the one thing taxpayers won't ever really complain about. The often 65-foot plus tall all-American natural monument is comforting, like the giant tree that adorns the town square in Whoville. This red bouncer of a bear watches over $1.8 million worth of tree. This 16-inch tall mini monolith proves that Christmas trees don't have to be towering giants to be valuable. The design is inspired by Parisian florist Claude Quinquin, and Takashimaya, the Singapore department store, pushes it to the next level by beautifying every rose on their version of the tree with Aussie and African diamonds. The diamonds adorn the tip like nail polish, making this marquee of glamour and panache a true symbol of holiday excess, like a drunk uncle sleeping in the good chair. The guardian bear is no pauper either. He wears a diamond pendant around his neck like a boss. $7,500 for wrapping paper? That's right. Rebekah Chol is a luxury gift wrapping service. They created a wrapping paper enhanced with Swarovski crystals. That'll sure shine bright under the Christmas lights and send expectations through the roof. Writer Chuck Pahalanyuk says, "It's not what's inside your clothes, it's how you take your clothes off." All right, unwrap any gift in this wrapping paper priced for as much as a used car real slow, and stretch that moment when you didn't know what was gonna happen next out to the max. You can get your beloved's name spelled out in crystals on the paper for an additional $150 a letter. The London-born gifting expert carefully manicures the high-quality wrapping paper with individual crystals, marking out pretty patterns and color schemes. You can feel the gift was enveloped in loving hands. Worth the price of admission? Well, Swarovski crystals are not natural diamonds or gemstones, but an alloy. What's nice about them is that they are conflict-free compared to other jewels because they are an alloy. They express the same sentiment as a diamond at a fraction of the cost, as a 1-carat diamond can cost up to $12,000, compared to a Swarovski crystal of about that size will cost less than 5% of that. It's just that, crystals aren't forever. $4.6 million can buy you one of these three things: a Lamborghini Veneno, a luxury home on Betty Lane in Beverly Hills, or a Wreath. Pasi Jokinen-Carter, director of the Scandinavian Floor Unicorn Flowers in London, let his imagination run beyond wild with this tycoon's door decoration. The wealthiest of the 1% could adorn their doors with not one, not two, but 40 diamonds and rubies on their Christmas circles. They sort of hide between the leaves like Shy Guys. This takes flower power to a new level, as this baby has eucalyptus leaves, lingonberry, nobilis, hedera berries, and blueberry stems. This Christmas centerpiece is expected to fall into the hands of someone who wants to make the ultimate Christmas statement, as, like many of the outrageous items on this list, make for great halo products for a business. Come for the wreath, stay for the tacos, or something like that. Join in on the reindeer games with Hansa USA's $7,000 singing life-size reindeer. This 65 acrylic and polyester version of Donner, or maybe Blitzen, I can't tell, sings 3 Christmas songs and actually mouths the words to Jingle Bell Rock, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. For $63,000, get all 8 reindeer plus Rudolph so you can have the whole choir and drive everyone in the neighborhood absolutely mad. Combine it with a $40 singing fish for maximum effect. For $1.95 million, get a solid gold Christmas tree. Ginza Tanaka had the gall to make the type of tree the Monopoly man would put up at Park Place. They did this to celebrate 90 years in the jewelry biz. At almost 7 feet 9 inches, this tree would tower over Shaq and is 26.5 pounds of 24-karat gold, soft enough to take a bite out of. This monument to capitalism rests its golden plates in Tokyo, home of the gorgeous golden ginkgo tree. The Midas touch extends to its ribbons, and this treasure would be perfect for Neil Young, as it's got 90 hearts of gold. Having the same value as the McLaren P1, it's the coming true of how a poor child pictures a rich person's Christmas tree. It's where Santa Claus puts the PS5s instead of the lumps of coal. The Ginza Tanaka jewelry store has put out several other golden trees, such as the 88-pound, $4.2 million Disney tree with 50 golden characters, and another 42-pound, $1.8 million wiry tree. Neither are nearly as pretty as the first one we mentioned, though. Just saying.